You're lying in bed, phone in one hand, blanket pulled up with the other. Your brain is practically shouting, "Go to sleep, you have work tomorrow." But your thumb has other plans. It just keeps scrolling. 3 hours later, you realize your brain is now stuffed with deeply important knowledge. How sea otters hold hands while sleeping so they don't drift apart, how some random couple broke up over a laser tag argument, and a 2 a.m. video of a guy building a swimming pool out of mud in the jungle. Modern humans have genuinely mastered the art of wrecking our own sleep. But rewind 30,000 years, and things were dramatically worse. Not because of doom scrolling, but because when the sun went down, our ancestors weren't lying awake, worrying about internet drama. They were busy trying not to become a leopard's midnight snack. Nighttime in the Stone Age was basically a horror movie on a loop. Biologically, humans are almost comically bad at handling the dark. Poor night vision, no claws, no fangs, no real speed to speak of. Drop a Homo sapiens into a dark forest 40,000 years ago, and you basically had an anxious, defenseless snack waiting to happen. And that darkness wasn't city darkness. No streetlights, no glow leaking in from a neighbor's window. This was true, total black, the kind where you hold your hand in front of your face and genuinely wonder if it's still attached. Out there in that blackness, wolves, hyenas, cave lions, and possibly a rival group of humans. So before anyone closed their eyes, they needed a defense system. And their single most important weapon wasn't a spear, it was fire. Humans have controlled fire for hundreds of thousands of years, and it was never just for cooking. It doubled as a flashlight, a heater, an insect deterrent, a security perimeter, and, in a real sense, free therapy for the nervous system. There's a genuine reason you can stare into a campfire for hours without getting bored. Studies show watching moving flames lowers blood pressure and produces a relaxation response close to meditation. Why? Because hundreds of thousands of years of evolution wired your brain with one simple rule. Fire means safety. Fire means we're not dead yet. And here's the part most people never consider. Fire literally handed our ancestors extra hours in the day. Before fire, sunset meant your day was effectively over. Daylight hours were consumed entirely by staying alive, hunting, foraging, fixing tools. Only at night, gathered around the fire, did people finally get time for the useless but beautiful stuff. Thinking, imagining, gossiping, telling stories. Many anthropologists believe complex language and human culture weren't born during the hunt at all. They were born during these late-night storytelling sessions around the flames. Those campfire tales were essentially the original YouTube, Netflix, and Wikipedia, all rolled into one. The better a storyteller you were, the higher your social status climbed. Turns out, content creator might genuinely be the oldest profession on Earth, minus the clickbait headlines, plus something closer to, "Bro, you will not believe what I saw in the woods today." So what about actual sleep? Picture them just collapsing onto cold, hard dirt and hoping for the best. Not even close. Ancient people took their bedding remarkably seriously. At Sabudu Cave in South Africa, archaeologists uncovered mattresses dated to roughly 77,000 years old, and they were genuinely engineered. The bottom layer was ash, which insulates against cold stone, repels insects, and kills off parasites. The middle layer was grass and reeds for comfort. The top layer used specific leaves chosen for their natural insect-repellent properties. Your ancestors were building organic, anti-mosquito mattress systems 77,000 years ago. Meanwhile, in the present day, armed with an entire aisle of chemical bug spray, we're still somehow losing the war against mosquitoes. They were serious about hygiene too. Instead of anything resembling spring cleaning, their method was more direct. Periodically burn the old mattress entirely, killing off accumulated bacteria, and start completely fresh. Deep cleaning, Stone Age edition. But the strangest part of all might be how they actually structured their sleep. The single 8-hour sleep block most of us chase today might not be natural at all. Before the Industrial Revolution, humans widely slept in two separate phases, heading to bed shortly after sunset, sleeping roughly 4 hours, then waking naturally in the middle of the night. That waking window lasted an hour or two, spent talking, praying, tending the fire, or, let's be honest, doing exactly what you're picturing. No judgment, just keeping the family tree growing. Then came a second sleep phase, running until sunrise. That midnight wakefulness wasn't treated as insomnia. It was completely normal, expected, unremarkable. Today, if you wake up at 3 a.m. and start replaying why your crush never texted back in 2018, we slap a clinical label on it. Your body isn't broken. What actually happened is that the Industrial Revolution invented alarm clocks, shift schedules, and rigid 9 to 5s, compressing sleep into one forced, unbroken block so people could clock in on time. Here's the honest truth underneath all of it. Your modern body lives in a Wi-Fi-enabled apartment, but your nervous system is still quietly running Stone Age software. Why do you need rain sounds playing on Spotify just to drift off? Because rainfall once meant predators couldn't easily track you. Why do you sleep more soundly next to another person but feel uneasy alone in total silence? Same ancient wiring. Why can't you fall asleep staring at an LED screen at midnight? Because your brain registers that blue light and quietly concludes, the sun must be inside the room now. And then there are dreams. Imagine living 40,000 years ago. Every single night, you vanish for a few hours. Dead relatives show up. Monsters chase you through impossible landscapes. You visit places that don't exist anywhere in the waking world. Then you wake up with zero neuroscience, zero psychology, absolutely nothing to explain any of it. No wonder ancient cultures treated dreams as portals into another dimension entirely. For them, the line separating dream from reality simply wasn't there in the first place. There's a genuinely funny paradox buried in all of this. Our ancestors lived surrounded by constant, real, physical danger. No hospitals, no locks, no air conditioning, no memory foam mattress. And yet they slept when their bodies actually wanted to sleep, woke when their bodies wanted to wake, moving in near-perfect rhythm with the planet itself. We, meanwhile, are the safest generation of humans to ever exist. And here we are anyway, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., exhausted, scrolling through some stranger's relationship drama on the internet.